Gonna be a fun, cool journey over the next few months.
Oh, you're gonna see some shit.
Stoners!
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway
Do you think that there's a hollow earth?
California.
We've been on the run, riding in the sun, looking out for number one. California, here we come, right back where we started from. To get your gun, just tidal with the dawn, driving down the 101.
This is empty.
California.
We forgot to get Roz.
Fuck. We have, I believe we have sticky nugs papers.
Grab them.
Okay, I have to do big maneuvers.
All right, you stay.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Okay.
This is solid. This is solid episode right here.
I think so, honestly. Okay, get back over here, cute guy. Thinking about another segment that we would do while we record our podcasts.
Okay.
But then only release that segment on Patreon.
Oh, that's a smart idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to increase the perks of our Patreon, and I love that. And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And today, we got that ace.
I put it the other way around because it has our sticker on it.
I know.
Doesn't matter about the ace. It's you and me, baby.
Both recognizable brands.
Yeah, but who out there watching only knows one of them?
Obviously us, because you're out there watching.
Obviously us.
Win, how you doing?
I'm all right. I think
It hurts your back again.
Yeah, my back went out last week, so this was
What the fluck?
What you're looking at is my back went out, and I don't care chic.
What you got there in your hand?
I have in my hand. I have this bee banner joint that I'm gonna spark up.
Oh my god, beautiful.
Yeah, so stress happened. I pushed myself. I realized after reflecting, I pushed myself in ways physically to move energy in my body. And while it was happening, I noticed that it felt really good while it was happening. But truth be told, there should have been much more preparation in order to push that hard, even if my body could get into it, and even if it did feel good. There is some type of like intellect that goes on. I think that you have to be like, okay, but like you haven't done this in how many months, or like, bye Joe, love you.
Ciao. See ya.
Yeah, so that was another great learning experience through a physical owie, which I wonder if it's Taurus's. I feel like we manifest physical things.
I feel like Capricorns always spark it up, so that reminds me, go ahead and get your joints and blaze up with us. Get your blunts, get your edibles, whatevs.
You need a light?
From you.
Thank you. Yeah, and your beverages, your CBDs. Love to all of those CBD users out there, you know? I need a CBD.
I need a CBD. I need to do the CBD. I need a CBD to do.
I do need some CBD for my back, actually.
Honestly, we have some CBD 1-to-1 drops. You didn't put that in our half cap?
No, I didn't.
Half cap?
I've been doing topicals, though, and they are so helpful for pain relief, honestly.
I love tropical topicals.
And let's talk about that for a second, because I think one of the main concerns when people come in and get topicals is that they're fearful if there's THC in it that they're going to get high.
They're like, if I put this on my bum, will it reach my brain?
So they'll go for only the CBD option rather than a 1-to-1 topical option.
What's the bum to brain ratio?
And I think that's because some things can seep into your bloodstream through your skin. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure. Jimi Hendrix used to put a tab of acid on the inside of his bandana.
Okay, so I think that's
so it
probably
can't seep in through your skin.
But it's like the molecules or something. Like, I don't know the exact science behind it, but it does not get you high. So if you've been resisting using topicals, I doubt it because you're watching this podcast or listening to it. But if you have been resisting,
I think we have a vast viewership. I think some people watch who don't smoke weed at all. That's the impression I was left to believe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Shout out, guys. Not just a stoner show. Very stoner friendly. Very stoner friendly. Not just a stoner show. Love you. Thanks for tuning in.
In Ontario, the DoseCan CBD option is really good. It doesn't have any THC in it. I also loved the Soleil Unplug. That was like a lavender scent. That was such a good pain reliever for like just muscle stuff.
That cream?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
but they discontinued it.
Cannabis creams is definitely the best like pain begone cream there is. Like, you know, Bengay and stuff that you get from the grocery store or whatever. It's like you know, it works, but you can feel the like numbing of it. Whereas this doesn't numb it. Like, it's a weird conundrum to explain unless you just feel it. It just goes away. Like, pain just goes away, and it's like you can breathe through it. It's almost like it actually heals it or something. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happens either, but it does go away, and not forever. Like probably I'm getting like maybe 20 to 30 minutes of like fully pain relief.
Yeah.
But like that turns something from not manageable or like all consuming to manageable.
At least for a while to focus on something else.
Yeah. So I've been dealing with it mentally the best that I ever have when this situation has happened in the past, but I kind of broke this morning a little bit.
How so?
It's been just like over a week now, and this morning felt probably like the worst that it has felt.
Yeah. We need to go for massages.
Yeah.
What's going on here? I haven't been to a massage in a while.
Yeah, everyone, let's take care of ourselves, okay?
Yeah, do
That's
the things
the point
that you
here.
need. Gotta like treat your body right.
Take care of yourself. The weather is transitioning into more fall-like weather. Happy fall solstice a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We are beginning to turn inward for the season, and I really feel it. I find that like it's almost immediate that my creativity, it turns into something that I know is good for me rather than something that like gives me energy while I do it.
So instead of revitalizing, it's sustaining.
Yeah. In the fall.
Yeah, so it like keeps you alive. So it's like your 0 point is higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the summer, you're naturally levitating. You're naturally up there.
Yeah.
And then it boosts you. Whereas like in the fall, you've dropped 10 points from the 0.
I get more slug-like.
Yeah, talk about that. Your whole energy and personality just like actually slows down. You have more resistance in your being, I feel. Like summer, I'm like, hey, you want to go do this? And you're like, sure, let's try.
Yeah.
Like your optimism goes down. Like in fall, I just hear more no's from people in general.
Yeah.
Like
fall into winter. And that's always why I'm like, when people ever say to me like, oh, you'd miss the seasons if you didn't have them.
Nuh-uh.
I'm like, I don't think that I would. At least I'll give you like a minimum of 5 years. I need to live somewhere for 5 years where there is no seasons and I'm getting that beautiful sunshine, heat, maybe fall-like weather between the beginning of December and the end of January.
Yeah.
And
could you do it somewhere that wasn't beach-like? Could you do it somewhere like Texas?
Oh, that's a good question.
It has to be the tropical vibe that we like or
yeah,
beach or LA or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like I need ocean.
Yeah, so
to
it's specific. It's not just hot.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually a scenario. Because I feel
or
the
a
same.
Body of water. I mean, Lake Ontario is so huge. We were at the top of a building today. It was the 53rd floor. And you can't see, like you could see not the whole lake. It looks like an ocean. Like you can't see across the lake. Like in Alberta where I grew up, like you can fully see across to the other side of lakes, right?
Yeah, it's a lake.
So it like that big body of water out there,
it's really
I find
not a lake.
just so like, I don't know how I feel about water. Water makes me
majestic.
feel okay about how everything changes all the time.
Because it's so much bigger than you, and it puts it in perspective that you're tiny.
And that, like, it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Like, anytime I feel like anxiety is happening, it's because I'm overwhelmed and I, like, am fearful of moving. Like, anxiety comes from comes from a
It's
place,
paralyzing,
but
isn't
it
it?
causes, like, that paralyzation.
What the
So,
fuck?
like, water is just, like, it's...
moving.
And it's contained in a lake or an ocean.
Interesting.
But it's so vast that, like, you don't even know what's at the bottom of it.
Do you think that there's a hollow earth? Do you think that there's a chance that when you go through either the north or south poles, that there's like a hole that goes into the inner earth? It just makes a lot of sense. It seems like the earth is already so fucking magical. Like all those airplanes that disappeared around the Bermuda Triangle or boats, you know? Like all that. Do you think it gets sucked into an inner earth, or do you think we have a black hole here with access to another dimension that drops in and out?
I think there might be, like, structures at some point. Like, I think there might be, like
I'm literally saying like a big green forest, like, you know, Jack and the Beanstalk?
yeah.
You know, like giants, like big green giants that live in the inner earth along with the Mayans.
I just don't know where the space... I can't understand
So it's-
in my
it's a
human
sun.
capacity that
There's a sun in the middle of the
there's
earth.
more space inside the earth than there is on the outside of it.
Well, we've never been to the bottom of the ocean.
I know, that's trippy.
So we don't know enough yet. So I think it keeps going to their ocean and gravity is flipped. And there's a center sun. It's not lava, the heat that we sense. I think that there's a center sun, and I think that there's a crust layer on the inside, and there's probably floating planet. Like, we would trip the fuck out if we
Okay,
seen
if
it.
the
Like,
if the center of Earth is the sun, where is the inner Earth?
no, it's all an inner earth. Like, so there's an inner crust, and they're living like that way, just like how it's round, but it appears flat to us. Would appear flat like a magical jungle to them, maybe like that. And then, yeah, I don't know. It makes sense to me. Maybe I
just
fell
don't-
down one too many YouTube
I
rabbit
just
holes,
don't
but
know how it makes sense.
just
to
adds up.
Is that space smaller than the circumference of Earth?
I think like it would have to be by design, right? Like if there's distance between our Earth, and they call us surface dwellers. They know about us, but like the U.S. government, I think, has kept this under wraps in many ways. Isn't this crazy that I'm talking about this? This is just something like I picked up in a deep conspiracy dive one day, and I was just like, hold on, this makes a lot of fucking sense. Like, I don't know, like if you think about like mystic, like human imagination, like inspiration, like Green Giant, where the fuck did Green Giant come from? The peas. Jack and the
Bible.
Bee.
Don't
So-
you think?
I don't know. The Green Giant came from the Bible?
I don't know. I think there's giants in the Bible. Is there?
Yeah, there's giants because there were giants on Earth. There really actually were. Like during Egyptian times, there were giants. So it's all depending on like
I don't know.
how focused in this reality you are and how much you want to, kind of stretch your brain to see things that you haven't actually seen.
Yeah, like
to mentally perceive them.
anything that we're searching for as human beings, you have to ask yourself, how would you feel if you got proof that you were correct, first of all, on
Right.
some of these
Right.
sort of larger than life ideas?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like okay, because I think like I think 1 out of like 5 is going to be actually right.
And like also, how would you feel if
Like
you
time
only
travelers, not too sold on that. Dimension jumping, sold on that. Inner Earth, sold on that. Loch Ness Monster, no fucking way. Flat Earth, no fucking way. Vaccine scandals for sure. Political power and government and money for sure. It's sad that those things are even considered conspiracy theories. Western pharmaceuticals and medicine treating people like patients instead of actually giving them care for sure. These are my conspiracy theories, but like basically it's nothing too crazy. Like I don't think like that Justin Bieber's a reptile. I
Like,
do
what-
kind of believe the moon is a space station.
What would... And so, okay, so what would happen if we found out that information was true? Like, what is...
Basically nothing. We know it's true. The powers that be would still stand there like it's not true, just like they're doing
Or
with
what-
every other scandal. Whoever wants to
So
believe us,
then-
because they
so then
count
the
on patriots.
exploration-
They
so-
count on people as patriots, being like, "You're
So
right."
yeah, you just said like it doesn't matter. So then what is the drive of the exploration? For
Just to know,
conspiracy?
just a thirst for knowledge, just to like know, just to like see and understand. It's a personal liberty.
Yeah.
It's being,
It's finding, I feel like so much of it though is like,
whether it's being stimulated, because everyone just does that. It doesn't matter whether you're reading gossip mags, conspiracy theories.
That's what
like
I mean,
Bat
like,
Boy, like I don't think
at-
Bat Boy's real. I
at
think that's
every
like,
level, like, are we just searching for purpose?
well, I don't think that it's going to boost me at all. I'm not like Al Gore in this situation where it's like, I have the answers come to me. I'm just exploring it because I think it's neat. I, like a kid, dream about going into the inner earth and meeting awesome people there and them wanting me to stay and it being like a sweet little village.
I love that.
Yeah, it's basically for my own enjoyment. Like, unless you're like high up in politics or a huge influencer like Jay-Z, Beyonce level, I'm talking like actual global influence. Like, unless you're one of those people, you can't really do much. And even you know what those people know and they don't speak out about? Like, who, you know, it doesn't matter. You're right, exactly. So that's why I just fucking pop shit and talk shit. It's not toxic of a trait. Let them wait, set a date, meditate, let it stay. You want to hit that?
Sure.
Tastes good. I got some pink Wagyu from King Crop isolate here. Full spectrum wild 1 gram crumbles. Pink Wagyu. Shout out King Crop. Yeah. Talk about conspiracy theories for 10 minutes and then give a brand shout out. That's me all over it.
Wow, that tastes so good. Holy
Isn't that
shit.
delicious? I just put a little nugget isolate on the top there.
Nice.
Because I just had the Shatterizer. Shout out Matt and Val at Shatterizer, good people. And Jonathan, who made it, 8 Ball with Mara. He does the Vera orange ones too.
Oh, nice, Ivana.
Yeah, Ivana, sorry. But yeah, I like the infused, so I just kind of made my own.
Also, Ellevan and I fully greened out after last week's episode.
Oh my God, tell him. When he
Yeah.
got high first and I
Yeah,
fucking
so it
followed.
just hit me first, but like we got just too high. Like
Amateur high.
If anyone thinks that we're pro getting so fucked up that you can't function, like
Nope.
that is not where we're at.
That is not comfortable.
I do not want to be that high most of the
I'm
time.
not that guy.
Actually, ever. How high we got. So
This is more of a medicine for us. So
Yeah.
we got a little gully, and what happened was I had a whole
Okay.
gummy earlier that day or earlier that week or something, and I didn't realize that it was at the top of the bag and the candy wasn't coated really effectively with, because these are at legacy markets, so some of the stuff, it's not like in the gelatin of the gummy, it's like around it. So I went ahead and just, because I'd been trying with them from the top of the bag and take a bit, and I was like, I wasn't feeling anything, and then a half, and then I ended up taking a whole with Pops there earlier, and it was very light, it was fine. But all of the stuff must have crumbled down and coated the ones near the bottom of the bag more. So I took ones from about halfway down the bag. There's like, I think 100 milligrams per thing supposed to be. So there was 1,000 milligrams kind of just at the bottom of the bag. And I must have took us ones, and I said, oh, fuck it. One didn't do anything to me from the top of the bag, and gave us these well-coated ones. And we got fucking schmammered. Like,
Yeah. Next day,
totally,
still,
still high.
Ooh.
Like, yeah.
Felt like just had to like lay next to each other and be like, it's all gonna be okay. So we don't.
Yeah, you really
that happens
sometimes you
sometimes.
think you're gonna die when you green out.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, this is it.
So that is like a legit concern, I think, probably like for the legal market to be like, no, we don't want to increase the dosage of these edibles.
That's scary, it is.
It was, but like in the legal market still, one gummy would still only be 10 milligrams of legal, right? So like that was a legacy market item. Bless those people. They definitely, I believe, those were from King Crop too, weren't they?
Yes, they were. Yeah, they were the melon one.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people out there that, you know, would need that in that kind of like as a one-stop shop type deal to get that high, depending on their tolerance and stuff. So like not knocking that edible, knocking my own blind amateurness of being fed an edible and not questioning it at all.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got to have discernment
Yeah.
over everything.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what we're preaching. I found myself explaining this podcast to a couple cool new friends recently, and I often start, because the title has stoners in it, I often say, like, we're a cannabis podcast. But that's not really, as much as we smoke joints and talk about the benefits of the plant for sure, and go in depth about strain reviews and terps and stuff, and the social acceptance of it. So I guess we are. But really, at the core, we're a mindful podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could, if you said we couldn't do it with weed, say if we had to go to Dubai for a gig and we decided to do an episode, we would fully still have a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I think
it
both
is
of us
basically
just-
a mindful podcast that we are such fans.
Yeah, we've found a lot of like self growth and
Healing.
self healing and self love with the addition of cannabis in our lives.
Yeah.
And
And
that just
understanding of others.
Compassion.
Compassion.
even when you don't understand, I think the plant
Right.
can be like, you're doing your thing over there, and
Like, that's cool. You're living your life.
yeah, no problem.
Like, yeah, it was cool. Like, I was high yesterday. Someone came to check out the iMac because I'm selling my old iMac because I've had a new one for a while, and it's great. So this guy came, and I don't know if he's just making an excuse to get out of there, but he's like, "Oh, you put 27 on the ad. This is a 21-inch." And instead of arguing with him, because I know I didn't put that on the ad, and I even followed up later, I was like, could you kindly let me know where I put that so I could correct it? But turns out it wasn't there. But he was like, yeah, you put that. Like, he's like, don't even bother unpacking. So I unpacked it. I was plugging it all in and stuff. And I was high, so I was able just to be like, okay, no problem. There's like pretty much like there's the door. And he like stood there for a minute in awkwardness as though I was going to try to sell it to him anyway, and I was just like, no problem, man, it's all good, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, there you go, okay, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, that was, if you know, it's not personal, especially in business, literally just an exchange. But yeah, I feel like if I wasn't high, I may have reacted or like asked or engaged with like, where did it say that, or like, you know what I mean? But like,
well, and I
high
think
just helps me be like, okay, no problem. Like, get to the end goal and just accept it.
yeah, it just creates just like a little bit of a buffer space. And today in my yoga class in Savasana,
Which is dead body pose where you lie down still.
encourage people to be still and to like use discipline when they wanted to wipe some sweat or scratch an itch. And in class, I was like, I recognize and acknowledge that sounds militant if you're just like, oh, she won't let you scratch or wipe. But the actual value, it has nothing to do with scratching or wiping. It has everything to do with creating space between what you feel and how you respond. And then choosing, being deliberate in how you respond. So if you notice it and you scratch it right away, that's unconscious behavior.
Bitch ass shit.
If you notice it and you know the texture of it and you can feel that sort of twitching feeling that maybe your leg does when you have an itch that's gone unscratched, you know, and you feel it for a second and then make a deliberate choice to either, you know, maybe take a breath or maybe
it.
you decide to scratch it and respond that way. But just like,
Or let God scratch it.
yeah, for sure.
I have just, I've like sat in this mindful moment when he's talking about, sorry to jump in here, but I know this, I got it in yoga. And I'm still such a reactive person. I'm like, I battle it every day with mindfulness and this, like I really am. But I remember just wanting to scratch it like on your brow or on your leg or you're just
neck.
you're like, and you're breathing into it. And I have one right now on my foot. like get a little twinge, and don't touch it when you want to, and then just being aware of it. So then when you do scratch it or touch it, you can be so accurate. But back to letting God do it, is I felt it, I was feeling it, and I was smiling at it, and it was zinging. And then like I could feel the best like bit of sweat starting to pool on the top, and I knew it was going to drip down, and it like fucking like this drip of sweat like a tear just fucking scratched this perfect itch space for me perfectly. It didn't scratch it like this, but just by dripping down over it, like it was soothing. Like,
That's
like
awesome.
tiny moments like that you can like fully put your awareness into and just be there and like, and like that little bit of relief is just worth it. And it like conjoined with another vein of sweat like over it, and like it was almost enough, to the point where I could lie there until the full body pose is over, because you work your body so much, especially in the heat, and you're bending it and twisting it and holding it, and, breathing into it. And then it's really important just to lie there. You can feel the tremendous benefit. I did that this morning in the gym, just laid flat down with the arms down.
Yeah.
With the hands down and the palms open, just like face, chin straight, lie flat down on the ground, chin up straight.
Yeah.
And just like feel what your the back of your shoulders and the front of your shoulders like do when you just let them rest. It's incredible. Your body starts healing itself.
Yeah. Yeah, because once you become aware, you know where you need to like adjust. I do that in meditation all the time. I like don't think that I'm holding tension anywhere, and then I sit down to meditate, and 5 minutes in I realize my right shoulder's been lifted this whole time and I didn't even notice, and like it takes conscious effort to like drop it back down.
Fucking
and like
breathe
let
it out,
it relax.
Breathe it out, bitch.
I do it all the time with my hips as well. Even like I hold so much tension there, it's nuts. It's a constant in my body. It's like, and then I'll relax it, and then time will go by and I'll notice it's tense again, and then I'll relax it, and it's just like what a wonderful thing to get in touch with your body and learn like spaces where you don't need to be tense.
Yeah, that's so incredible. We truly do respect, as much as we talk about the mystic of everything and the mind control kind of your reality and stuff. Ultimately, we always want to get back to just like the beautiful body, and that's the third dimension, and that's physical. And I was listening to this Tony Robbins thing this morning. He said even emotions are physical, and that's so true. Think about when you're in a state of a fear of state, a state of fear. So cortisol levels go up, like breathing shortens, shoulders tighten. So you're tensing your muscles, so lactic acid buildup. These are all residual things of what are happening in your body just by what's happening in your mind. So that's why, like, when I kind of rag on folks for following the news, it's kind of like because you're putting your mind in a state of fear. Because, like, nothing on the news is going to make you feel full of joy. So, like, it's not a wise choice.
You really have to, like, ask yourself if
you're eating junk food and expecting to not be fat
or
and not be out of shape.
Yeah, believing that, like, just, like, seeing something won't affect you. Like,
yeah, and it's going to be on your mind all fucking day.
So many people, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, there's no just learning, right? Like,
and it's like, okay. And I just want to clarify that.
Choose your news.
I also want to clarify that
out.
because, there is space and time where you need to feel something if you see something within, the world that is unjust.
Seek that out. You'll seek that out anyway.
So
I'm saying don't watch the programming, the general programming. We have the internet now. You can access many perspectives on many things, and that's ultimately all this is a perspective game. And as Winnie made a point, it's all just seeking out what you're going to want to be informed by anyway, whatever perspectives you already agree with. My phone typing in something, something I want to learn about, is going to get a different search engine result than Winnie's phone typing in the exact same thing, the exact same words. And that's geared because of the algorithm and like what we've handed over to data and the choices that like this actual living, breathing AI that we've built is operating on our behalf of serving us things that serve our biases to keep them on them, because in their opinion, they can only help us. And when I say they, it's the creators of these apps. It's the, the folks.
We watched something last night or no, just this morning actually, about focus. It was the explained on Focus on season 2 on Netflix.
Yeah, check that out. How to Focus.
It talked
so
about
good. It's in the Mind series.
How they made social media easier by implementing the like button.
Because they noticed that the top comments in all the posts were the short ones that said like, I like this.
Yeah,
so they made
essentially,
the like button.
Yeah, the same. And it
boosted how much it was used, like
by a lot.
By too much.
Yeah.
By all of the people now.
Which is just so funny because we're just like, oh, like cool, something new. And we don't.
And we want to connect. It's so fucking cute, man. Like look at the moves that humanity makes. It's so often just to connect quicker and better.
Yeah, and expand and grow. And obviously with anything new, we can't see the repercussions of it until it's been used for a long enough time that there are repercussions of it.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with everything, right? Like any new technology, any new vaccine, or anything new.
Even a scooter. I ride a scooter. Best fucking way. One of those 9-bolt ones, the like Segway scooters that you see the like people. Man, people are so fucking pissed about this new thing.
Yeah.
You'll see specifically
They are.
the older and whiter the person is, the more of a fucking, oh my God. I had this runner the other day, like he knew I was in front of him. He was trying to like keep up with me, and it was in the rain. I had my hood up, so I didn't even let him know that I heard him or saw him. But he was literally racing with me in throughout people on the sidewalk. Yeah, I shouldn't be on the sidewalk. People are like so mad about that. That's hilarious. I don't care. I just make eye contact with people and smile, and they just like immediately shift.
But
and
like,
this
get
guy's
off
like,
the sidewalk. What are you doing?
the guy's like, watch where you're going. You hear me? And he was like running behind me. He's just like, you're so mad. Like if this was a bicycle, you wouldn't do this. He was trying to race me, like on foot. Like, and I was just like hilariously, my song happened to stop, and I heard that, and then I was just said to myself like, I'm mad because I can't race the wheels. And then I like away from him, and that was just so funny. Like I don't have to deal with you. But no, man, people fucking hate new. People hate new. And I mean, like, yeah, the tried and true thing definitely serves a purpose. It's definitely an angle on the vaccine that it was like too early. Like, there's no way this could have been done. But no, that technology had been around since the 80s, so that's a moot point. It's just generally, it's not even about the discontent for authority or following. It's really about bodily anatomy. Is what happened with the beef there.
Bodily anatomy.
Body anatomy, right? Like or
autonomy.
Autonomy. That's it. Comedy anatomy. We used to have a YouTube.
You're having a little dyslexia.
I am a little double, triple wordplay. I've been rhyming a lot. I was rhyming earlier.
True, yeah.
So it's all the same to me. It's a blur. But what was the word you just said? Body autonomy.
Yeah.
Like the right to do whatever you wish with your body, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the conversation for me about the vaccine. Period. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not about either side being right or wrong, left or right. I get caught up in the juice sometimes, and I self-label and find prejudice and find like I was unfairly treated too. I think every side, every one individual identifies with many parts of both sides, whatever camp or side you're on or color you're on. Side. But I'm just saying, like, generally, period, as much as like as a straight man, I don't even want to fucking talk about this, but like women with the abortion shit, right? Like I just like support y'all because you're right. You have the full fucking say what should happen with your body, period. No more talking. You say what goes on with your body, period. That's it. Don't fucking ever tell anyone that that's not the case. So that for that, not that it's the same situation, but I'm just saying over here, if you're telling me that I have to take something, if I don't want to, period. Like, that's just the way it fucking goes for me in my reality. And that's to respect. I would never cross that line with anyone. I would never cross that line with anyone. I think that that's the beginning of the end. If that is the thing that's happening in whatever shape or form it's happening in, and I fucking know it's happening. So, and that's crazy. like the abortion thing. Like, that's insane. So whatever personal freedoms or laws or liberties or privileges really are being enforced and perceivably taken away from you, like, that shit is not cool. So that's like, at the end of the day, we all need to vote for that. Being able to change your body in any which way you'd like to, evolve as a human being in any which way you'd like to grow in, and nurture yourself and protect yourself from whatever the risks of life may be in whatever way you decide to do that. That's like fully your journey in your life. It would be a crime against humanity to try and block someone's creativity, self-perception, enjoyment in the role they play as an identity. This is important to our quality of life as a human. So I figured I'd just finally actually fucking blast that in the face, because I haven't really maturely said much about it, but that's how the fuck I feel. And I hold nothing against anyone for making any choice either. P.S. That's not what this is about. It's like just actually for me to clearly voice what my beef is in any said case. It's basically, I just want to see everyone be able to hold their own power.
I think people...
You want to fucking walk on your hands, bro? Walk on your hands.
I think people... Yeah, like even,
I love it.
Even looking back now, I think people... We get pushy when we think that there is a...
Easy way out.
Like a solution in front of us, and we think that will fix things. And like, obviously, like, we're never going to have 100% of people do anything. Right. Like, that's to ask that of all of us is completely insane. Like, there's not...
Oh,
sweetie bub. Yeah, like
I felt the tension.
Do we know anything, any topic in the world that 100% of people are like, yeah, that'd be cool? Maybe...
Well, if Ellevan won a Grammy.
Maybe 100% of people would say that they want world peace, but all of their world pieces look different. So it would still be different. So, like, fuck, that shit's crazy.
Those conversations are meant for high minds, world peace, and how to solve it. Just meaning, like, it's okay to fulfill whatever ego, identity, desire you have in this lifetime. Maybe, like, these are just quick little blippets that consciousness has your whole life and all the things that you do. Maybe this role, you're just here to find masturbation. Who fucking knows? Like, maybe you fulfilled your purpose so well, and this is all just a free, enjoyable ride. It's a fun perspective.
Yeah. I think world peace, the closest that we'll ever get to world peace is when...
Like, what's peace? Peace is internal.
Yeah, we are all just working on how to be more peaceful ourselves
right?
in our everyday life.
I have world peace. I have peace within myself. When I'm turbulent, it rains. My reality is a constant reflection of myself. So if you're receiving images and force feeding them into your world because you're convinced that that's a reliable source and that's reality, and you should dote on that and create more hell in your inside world, you've been brainwashed, my friend. And we all have been brainwashed. If you went to school, you were brainwashed. If you ever even did a fucking driver's exam test, you've been brainwashed because you're agreeing upon realities that you did not create. You were synthetically fed them and understood them, so you adapted to them. So it's a form of brainwashing that we accept, because driving is very dangerous. So it can be. And that's even a perception. I'm just saying, if we don't have the agreements down that I'm going to stick to the right in this country, and in other countries we stick to the left or whatever, but that's a pretty fair agreement, like the driving rules, I think, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, right? And that's coming from someone who fucking drove without a license for hella long. Don't quote me on that. But I think that choosing the realities you want to give into and having the discernment to say, hey, that's an appropriate one to adapt to, I'm going to accept that. Like, when the light's green, I get to go. When it's red, I'll stop. That's pretty fair. Like, that there's no prejudice in that, no matter who you are.
Yeah, I'm just like, that works real good.
Yeah.
Seems to work real good most of the time.
So there are reliable brainwashing realities. Just like I'm saying, perception setting. Like brainwashing, the many ways, patternizing.
And maybe we're there's a negative connotation exactly to brainwashing.
Yeah, so like there's another term. Like, I'll talk about it like someone who is brainwashing you and they're telling you what they're doing, and that's like programming. So thanks for watching our program tonight. programming. Thanks for watching our program. This is the Disciplined Stoners program. As much as this is a free thinking podcast, everything we just said has been an intention to influence or share our perspective.
Yeah.
Because we're saying this definitely to document it for ourselves, to definitely trace back where our best points of evolution were. Hi, us in the future.
Hey, future us.
Whoa, I just felt us watching us then.
I bet you guys are babes.
I bet you guys go have sex right now.
You fuck still.
Whip your dick out, Ev. Do it. Fucking, hey, Win, come in the room. The Ev now is going to whip his dick out. Yeah. Nice. Win, thanks. Good job.
Hey, nice job, future. You had to pause it.
No. Keep it
Then-
going.
Then
Still
come
doing
back,
that, eh?
and then nice job, future us.
Oh, yeah, take time. Nice.
Nice.
Always like taking time.
Yeah, we're not about the rush.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, my God. One day we'll be brave enough to talk about sex on this podcast.
Yeah.
We should start by talking about the
It'll
chapters.
probably be like in 6 years.
Why?
Seems like a good time.
Just made it that. How long? 6 years. What was that on Friends? Joey's like, how long did we mad at him for? 4 years. He says it like everybody knows it. That's funny. Who is your favorite Friends character?
You can't.
Come on.
You can't ask me that.
Who do you feel you are? If you're a mix between two Friends characters, who are you a mix between two of? At least give me that.
Probably Phoebe and Chandler.
I'd agree.
Yeah, how about you?
Joey and Chandler.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
1000%.
yeah.
It's not that I'm not like Monica or Phoebe. It's just that I'm more like Joey than I am Monica or Phoebe, and I'm more like Chandler than I am Monica or Phoebe.
I'm not like
Could I
Monica
be any
or
more
Rachel.
clever? The next one down is Rachel for
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
Yeah. And then Ross.
100%.
I'm the least like Ross.
What's your friend's character? Put it in the comments.
Which mix of two Friends characters you are in the comments right meow.
Yeah.
Put it in there. Put it there. Type it now. You think we're lying? Hey, Em, even if you're watching this on your TV, please go to the YouTube mobile app and type the comment.
Yeah,
That would be
Em.
really nice. Thank you. When are we going to start a creative agency together? Stop beating around the bush. Bum, bum. I'm talking about a fun fact. 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 I need to know what the fun fact is. When you gotta give us all of that biz.
Fun fact.
What the fun fact.
Okay, here we go.
This is an article from Wired.
Okay.
Fun fact by Winnie Clark on Disciplined Stoners podcast.
The fossa is the largest carnivorous mammal on the island of Madagascar. Female fossas are temporarily masculine. The female fossa undergoes a strange developmental stage during adolescence known as transient masculinization, unique to fossas. She develops an enlarged, spiky clitoris that resembles the male's penis and secretes an orange substance on her underbelly, which is usually only seen in mature males.
Holy.
Adult females lack these features. It's unclear what the purpose of this transient masculinization serves, but scientists hypothesize that it protects juvenile females from either sexual harassment by adult males or aggression from territorial females.
That'd be a pretty good fucking tool to have. Holy shit. So parts of nature gender hop.
Gender hop.
Yeah.
First of all, which is interesting. Second of all, yeah, those are internal chemical changes that make the body do things that are formed for protection. And they're just like cats. They look like cougars, kind of. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. It looks like a Tasmanian devil.
They don't even know where it derives from.
It's its own thing.
No, actually,
It looks like a
they
fucking
did-
Pokemon.
They did actually, they did recently classify it, but it's something between.
A bear?
It has features of where mongoose come from.
Okay.
Mongoose and cats felines, and one other animal.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That trips me out.
They're beautiful. We watched Tiny World yesterday on Madagascar, the forest one in season 2.
It's 111.
111 with Paul Rudd. And it was so cool. Oh my goodness. All of those tiny little creatures. There's a giraffe bug. There's a giraffe bug that will like plant her egg in a leaf, and then she'll roll it up with her neck to like 18 times her own weight. And then she chops it off, and it falls to the ground where it will have the most, hopefully the best chance of surviving as a baby.
It's amazing to see what nature
is
does to
so
life.
crazy and cool, and like it's obviously so like DNA like evolution driven. Like it's like just keep
Survive,
keep going,
keep
just
living,
keep going.
keep on keeping
And
on.
so it's so interesting to think about like in what ways that urge like would affect human beings or could affect human beings. It's like when we find our purpose, like our children are purpose, and then it's like, fuck, that presents a whole lot of problems when the children aren't children anymore.
And they don't need you.
Yeah, and they fly the nest. I wonder if we saw this other little creature that looked like a baby porcupine essentially, and it had like crazy little like spine needles that it could click together if it lost one of its babies.
Oh yeah,
And it
that
looked
was
like
fucking weird.
it was so cool.
That was weird.
Because the baby just follows the noise back to where these like spindle spiny things are clicking together like a creepy.
It sounds like a creepy.
It sounds like something you would hear
It's
in a
creepy.
horror movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
and it looks fucking gross. It looks like spider legs. And that's gross.
I like
Too many small little things. Nuh-uh. No thanks.
Yep.
All small things have to be far apart. They cannot be in clusters. Yuck.
And there's a spider.
What is with spider legs? Get out of here with the fucking big eyes.
There's a spider that has giant eyes in Madagascar.
Fuck.
And 95% of the animals in Madagascar are
Endangered.
endemic. Endemic, I think, means that they're
On the way out.
no, they're only on the island of Madagascar.
Oh, they're native to the region in
Yeah.
a limited edition way.
Yeah, so there's this one spider
Spider.
that has their vision is 2,000 more times sensitive than the human's vision.
And humans' vision is the our top asset.
Like what?
Yeah.
What? Can you imagine how crazy everything would look if it was magnified by like 2,000 times or like
Or the
crazy.
light, he can see the light. Like at night, he can see the light.
Yeah, it looks like daytime probably.
Like he can fully have night vision. So,
Yeah.
and he doesn't spin a web. He spins like a pocket and like zaps it and sticks you with
No,
it.
he spins a net.
A net.
Spins a net.
That's
yeah.
right. A net. Sorry, I'm just sending the specs. Someone asked for the specs. I'm so high. I started doing this right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
I'm
I was
so high that I
was
started doing this right now. This is what I started doing right now?
I see you have a book here at least though. You brought a book. You brought that book there.
Oh, that's right. There you go. I
So
just sent
maybe
him
just-
that.
Okay, great.
Fucking
Maybe just
easy.
put that down for a second.
Sorry about that. I got high as shit.
Well, you had the shatter in there.
Oh,
Or the
man.
crumble.
Pink Wagyu. Okay, I'm reading from my favorite book, Neville Resurrection, which is a collection of what was later taken apart into 6 books. Prayer, The Art of Believing, Feeling is a Secret, Freedom for All, Out of This World, Resurrection. And today I'd like to ask Winnie to please select a number between 1 and 111.
1.
I love that. I love that. 1. Law of reversibility. Pray for my soul. More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Tennyson. Prayer is an art and requires practice. The first requirement is a controlled imagination. Parade and vain repetitions are foreign to prayer. It is exercise, requires tranquility and peace of mind. Use not vain repetitions, for prayer is done in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Keep it to yourself. The ceremonies that are customarily used in prayer are mere superstitions, and have been invented to give prayer an air of solemnity. Give prayer an air of solemn. Those who do practice the art of prayer are often ignorant of the laws that control it. They attribute the results obtained to the ceremonies and mistake the letter for the spirit.
Solemnity, the state or quality of being serious and dignified.
Okay. So right, the ceremonies that are customarily used in prayer, so like doing your Hail Marys, saying the prayers that you learn at church or a place of worship, are mere superstition and have been invented to give prayer an air of solemnity, legitimacy.
Yeah.
Yes. So so they made a science out of it. Church religion was trying to make a science out of it. By saying, look, document this. This is a frequency. Not if your heart's and mind isn't in it. Not if the vision's not there. Not if you don't feel it. You have to feel it to manifest it. Wow. What a beautiful idea to close on. Because that was a vast subject. I don't know what this one's going to be called.
Between four flowers.
Done. Love you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for enjoying. Thanks for telling
We're
your
picking up
friends.
speed here, people.
Oh, we're fucking
So, gonna be a fun, cool journey over the next few months.
Oh, you're gonna see some shit. Come next summer, you're gonna be like, holy fuck. Like, honestly.
Holy fuck.
You don't even realize.
Mark my words. You will
We're
say
taking-
next summer,
You guys, we're
June
taking.
21st.
I'm taking you guys on a fucking trip.
You're gonna say, oh my fuck.
You're coming with us. Okay? Fucking such a party. Man, life is a party. I love it. I found that rock star energy at Playlist Live. Oh, fuck. I'm wearing a Playlist Live shirt. Oh my God.
2017, baby. Class of 2017.
It was a magical year. Do you want to leave the people with anything? Oh,
Just
sorry, go ahead.
that I appreciate everyone and that we're having a good time here. And yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yes. Love you guys. Put something in the comments if you're feeling this episode. Share us what you feel with your perspective as well. We always love to reflect on that. Check out our Patreon and keep an eye out on Discipline Stoners podcast, Discipline Stoners Instagram for announcements on our Rhythm and Flow show.
Yep, another one coming at you.
So we're going to have one in Toronto in December. And
Yeah.
we're just working out exact dates now. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And then we'll probably make another live special out of it like we did. And go check out that if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Where Winnie does some stand-up and then I do my little jokey joke song freestyle type thing.
Please check it out.
I'll be alone sometimes. So cruises out sometimes. And I see a familiar face. I wonder if she'd be down, yeah. Now we can spend some time. High school, I was always high. Believe me, you don't know this guy. Not this time, but in due time, you'll get your second chances. You'll get that other crack at romance.
Yeah, that was good.
You'll hold on to that second chance if you know just how great it's going. Goodbye. See you.
Bye.
Let me paint a picture for you. Give this date a year or two. He might put something on you that's a little outdated, but we won't go there right now. But you know when you propose and you get down and you're like, oh no. And she's like, yo bro, this is too fast. Literally, I'm fucking up their second date laugh.
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
Gateway drug to mindfulness. Let's roll one up and take a hit. Gateway drug to mindfulness.
Hey, Win!
Oh my. Yes.
We got a new thing.
Oh, right. We need to tell you about our new thing.
Support the show now on Patreon.
I need a CBD. Do we?
I need a CBD. I need to do the CBD. I need a CBD to do.
I do need some CBD.